Hello, and welcome back to the Parenting Burrito, formerly known as Parent Talk. This is a podcast that wraps up the parenting lifestyles all into one place. We talk about the real struggles, the real fails, and the real happiness that we all experience as a parent. If there is one thing I want you to take from this podcast, it is knowing that you are not alone in your feelings, actions, and emotions. We are not perfect, and there's no need to pretend to be. I'm your host, Alexandria, and I'm so glad that you've joined me today. So I want to start off the podcast with an affirmation. So when you say this affirmation, make sure you say it out loud and take a deep breath in and a breath out and really feel what you're going to say. So today's affirmation is, I am going to make time for things I love. And I'm going to repeat that again. Remember, take a deep breath in and a big breath out. I am going to make time for things I love. So if you couldn't tell already, today's topic is finding time. Being a single parent, I feel like it's a little bit harder to find time to do things that you enjoy, because I know for me, by the time I lay in bed at like 11 o'clock at night, sometimes 12, I pass out, and I'm lucky if my phone even makes it to the charger, because I'm just so exhausted, because I also wake up at 6. And I work a full-time job and run this blog and podcast, and I have a couple of Etsy shops that I do as well. I have 3 kids I have to take care of, and I homeschool them. So I do take on a lot, and I know that's partially my fault on why I don't ever get to find time for me, because I do take on a lot. But, you know, it's hard to find time even if I didn't take on all these things, because there's 3 kids asking for my attention, and between dinner and teaching and work and, you know, it's just, you're just so busy and so exhausted. There's no way that you could find time. At least most people can't. I definitely force my time, I guess you could say. I make sure that I fit everything as much as possible, not everything, but as much as I can into my schedule. That's for sure. I have a to-do list, and I've told myself I have to at least knock 2 things off of my to-do list. So throughout my day, I am multitasking like no other. I mean, I work a normal full-time job, doing chats, and in between my chats, I am homeschooling 3 kids. You know, so I literally use every minute, every second of my day, and I try to stay off of social media too. Some days I will spend like literally all day on social media, and I guess that's my break. But lately I've been crafting, and that's been a good me time. I forgot how much I liked doing it, and actually forgot how good I am at it. If you follow me on Instagram, my personal Instagram, you can see some of the stuff that I do on there. My shop might be getting new products too. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, finding time. It's hard to do. It's just kind of one of those things that you make time for it every single day, and eventually it just becomes a part of your schedule. I guess that's what personal trainers do too, you know, like you make time to work out, and then before you know it, it's just part of your schedule, and you can't go without it. I guess that's just how parents in general have to look at it too. Even like being being a new mom, I remember my kids I have 2 7-year-olds and an 8-year-old, and I remember when I had just one newborn, I had all the time in the world. I watched all my Netflix shows. I was a stay-at-home mom. I cooked dinner, I did laundry, the house was clean, and then I chilled. As soon as all those chores were done, I was chilling. And then I got pregnant with the twins, and so I had a 1-year-old and 2 newborns, and I don't think I had a minute to myself since. It's just crazy. It's crazy that your life just becomes so consumed with this and that and kids and cooking and cleaning and working and everything else, and then before you know it, 7 months, 500 years later, you realize you haven't done anything for yourself. Then when your kids no longer need you, you realize I should have been doing stuff for myself all along, because then I wouldn't be so lost and confused and scared. I hate being alone. Now that I spend 24/7 with my kids, with homeschooling and working from home, when my mom does randomly ask for the kids to stay the night, I kind of just wander around the house, because I really am not too sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I'll watch a movie, but I'll still go to bed early, and I'll still wake up early, and I'll go in my kids' room and organize and do all that, and I don't feel like that counts as me time, because that's not something I enjoy doing. It's just I don't know what else to do on my own, so that's kind of my go-to. I guess the point of this podcast is, we really should force ourselves to make time to do things we love. Because when we start doing things we love, we start enjoying life a little more, and we become that much less bitter and less stressed and less naggy and, all of the above. It's just something that creates a happy lifestyle for everyone around. Because we all know as moms, when we're having a bad day, everyone freaking knows it. When we're grumpy, everyone knows it, and it's taken out on everyone. And if you're one of those people who says, I never take out my anger on my kids, you're full of shit. Because frustration is reflected on the world around you. And I don't care who you are or what you say, that's 100% the truth. So if there's anything that you're going to take from this podcast, it's force yourself to do things that you love. Even if it's one thing a day and you spend 5 minutes doing it. If that's surfing TikTok, listening to music uninterrupted, just anything. Just spend 5 minutes doing it, and before you know it, you'll create a habit of making that time, and you'll want to make more time and more time. I mean, don't spend your whole day doing something like that, but little 5 minutes here and there definitely makes a big improvement, because we all deserve to do things that we love and enjoy doing. We do need that for our sanity, for our spirit, for the sake of everyone around us. We do need to be able to have that freedom to do those things. So if you've loved what you heard today, show your support at buymecoffee.com/InspoFamilyBlog. And remember, Inspo Family is a place where families grow. So grow through kindness, because kindness matters, and so do you. Also, for more great content, please visit InspoFamily.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night.